Welcome back. Before we start off this video, Tesla has already pre-released version 12.56 of full self-driving for the chosen few, and it addresses the prime concern of this video. I'm testing 12.541 today, which is one of the most refined versions ever of FSD. The smoothness, responsiveness, and natural driving instincts of this version are top-notch across the board, except in one area, and that's the automatic speed offset. One area that really stands out is FSD's ability to drive in the sun. You'll see where it succeeds, and one area where it rightfully disengages. Have a look at that. As always, I've listed the chapters below, so if you want to speed up to a particular area of interest, please feel free to do so. We're gonna start off by taking the vehicle onto a main road. It's gonna have to turn left. There's no stop signs, there's no lights here, so it's unprotected, and it is rush hour, so there's gonna be a lot of traffic going by. I'm gonna speed up the camera here just because it's gonna take a while, but you're gonna get a sense here of how safe and how patient Tesla's FSD technology is. Again, have a look at that. You can see so many cars are coming by. I've sped it up to 8 times. You can see now it's waiting to find its brake there. Things are slowing down a little bit. You can see it moving forward. Now let's get a sense of the acceleration. This street here has got a speed limit of 60 kilometers an hour. As you can see, FSD takes it up to 70, 72. Now on a 60 road, that's not too bad. Again, there is traffic there, so it is accelerating to make sure it gets safely ahead of that. But as you'll see later on in the video, we've got issues where the auto speed offset and the acceleration is just much too fast. FSD did a great job here when it moved into the right lane immediately, because at the next light here, we're going to be turning right. Previous versions of FSD, this right turn sometimes was a little bit too slow, indecisive, and sometimes it was a little bit too fast. But as you can see here, it's nice and smooth. Good job. And you also get a sense here of how bright the sun is behind me right now. FSD moves comfortably into the left lane, which is good. It does it ahead of time because at the next light, it's going to be turning left. It's nice and smooth there. Already I can see on this version of 12.541 that is very smooth right now. The acceleration is smooth, the braking's pretty good. Now I moved it into aggressive mode, or I guess assertive mode, just as I wanted to push FSD a bit to its limits. So far it's doing a great job. Now it's going to have to turn left here, and you can see there's a lot of oncoming traffic. We're going to just speed up here to when I'm going to have to make my left turn. Now you have a lot of cars there that are driving very fast, and they're actually driving way too fast considering that the sun is in their eyes. FSD is trying to determine when it's going to make its left turn, but these cars are going faster than it might even seem on camera. So FSD is doing the right thing. It's being cautious. You can see there, it wanted to do that left turn there, but this person's driving really fast. He's coming in hot, but there's nobody around there, and you can see that FSD's got the wheel turn and is proactively getting ready to accelerate and make that left turn. So I'm good with that. That's exactly what I would have done. So that takes us to the end of the first preliminary leg of this drive here. Now you'll get a sense here because I have it programmed to go left at this street here. Take a look at the sun that hits me in the eye as soon as I make this left turn. This is a preview of what you're going to see later on in this video. Ouch. Alright, I've programmed the second leg of our journey here. And again, you're going to get a sense here of the sun in the eye. As you can see, we're on a side street right now. We've got traffic on both sides, or sorry, parked vehicles there on both sides. And you can see FSD does a nice job. Smoothly keeps me in the middle, safely away from both of those vehicles. So good job with that. We're going to do a quick right turn here, and we're going to go straight into the sun. Now let's see how FSD reacts to that. Nice smooth right turn. And this is not an exaggeration. Like, I can barely see what's in front of me here. You can see a bus is going right in front of me. There's a stop sign. There's a vehicle on the left. There's a vehicle in front of me. FSD is trying to see when it can make its move. And you can see a nice acceleration there. You can see we had a vehicle coming up there, but FSD determined that there was more than enough time to make that turn. And it wasn't overcautious, and it did so. And it did so in very challenging conditions with that sun. So I'll give it a thumbs up for that. Okay, now we're moving on to a main road here. I'm going to speed up the camera because everything FSD is doing is very smooth. Now this road here is 70 kilometers an hour, and you can see that FSD took me up to about 75, which was pretty good. And no issues with that. Now I'm just going to pick it up here again. Check out that sun that's coming from my back. We'll be driving into that shortly. My next turn is going to be a right turn. It's going to be a couple lights ahead. As you can see, there's a lot of traffic there on the right, and what I'm measuring right now is when FSD is going to proactively move into that right lane. If it waits too late, what's going to happen is it's going to have to squeeze in to these cars, and I wanted to avoid that. So take a look, see when you would be moving into the right lane. If you can look on my map there, even though the sun is hitting the screen, you can see I'm coming up to my right turn soon. If this were me, I already would have been in the right lane. So let's see when it's actually going to make its move and squeeze in. And with that, you can see it starts signaling and gets me in there. And again, it's pretty tight there, so I'm just going to thank the driver for letting me in. As you can see, we're turning right here, so it did wait till the last minute. So I wish it was a little bit more proactive there, but it was smooth in the lane change there, and when it braked, it was very smooth as well. Nice right turn there. We're going to be hitting a roundabout that I always test, and we'll see how smooth the roundabout is. Take a look at the speed here. Now this street is 40, so it already went up to 49 there. Decelerating down into the 20s. Doing a good job there. Nice and smooth. So excellent performance through the roundabout, and generally the performances through roundabout have always been very solid since we moved to version 12. I'm going to speed up the camera here so you can just get a sense. Now again, this road here is 40. It has me going up to 50 at times. The road is winding a bit, so FSD usually does a good job of slowing down when you get to those positions, but as you can see, it still was hitting up to 50. Now I've moved up a little bit ahead. You can see we got another roundabout here. Now, FSD does a fantastic job with this roundabout. On previous turns on this roundabout, it would signal to the right way in advance, and it was a little misleading to cars that were behind me because they thought I would be exiting the roundabout sooner than I was. In this version, 12.541, that signaling was not prevalent there, so that was fantastic. So that was definitely an improvement from previous versions. Okay, we're going to be moving on to a road here. I'm going to speed up the camera. Now, interesting, you can see here that it takes me into the left lane, which is a little bit curious because my next turn, as you can see on the map, is going to be turning right. So I really didn't need to do that. Not a big issue as there weren't vehicles behind me. The speed limit on that road was 60, and you can see it brought me up to 70, which is a little bit fast, and but not too bad. Now we're going to be turning right here. All right. Car's inching. You could go a little bit faster here. Now those vehicles on the left, they can't move because these people have an advanced left. Now check out that sun there, like right in my eye. That is brutal. That is brutal. I'm gonna be turning into a parking lot here, and FSD came in very hot there, and then it had to brake. So that was a little bit too fast for my liking there, considering also that we have the sun in my eyes. I was going to do that automatic parking there from FSD, but I'm gonna disable that as I have a car behind me. Now that I've picked up some dessert for my wife, we've got FSD going again for the last leg of the trip, and this is going to be the most interesting leg of this drive. You're going to see what FSD can do with some oppressive sun in your eyes. First things first, it's got to get out of this parking lot. Oh, it's inching slowly there. Now take a look at the wheel there. It looks a little bit apprehensive. There's no cars that are on the left and right, so it should be going a little bit faster there. And you can see it's a little bit apprehensive, but it gets me out there, no cars, and then smoothly gets me into this right. Now you can see we got some pylons that are set up here, and we got some real brutal light here. So, you know, FSD is cautious there, and I'm good with that. It should be cautious. Now let's see how it manages the sun in the eyes. Now again, this is not an exaggeration what you're seeing here. This is not a camera effect. Like, I can barely see in front of me. This is as bad as the sun is gonna get. It's very, very low right now. And I'm trusting FSD now. I'm looking on the screen and it's not sensing any cars in front. I'm putting my faith in FSD and it's doing a good job with it. As you can see, there's a lot of rush hour traffic coming the other way. But check out that sun. FSD has no issues with it. Now, you know, again, I'm feeling a little bit nervous though, because the speed limit here on this road is 60. It's going 72 and the sun is just completely blinding me. but it seems to be doing a good job. You can see there's a vehicle in front. It's not getting too close to it, so good job with that. But you know, you're getting a sense here of what FSD can do in the sun. And I know on previous versions, it would disengage, or it would not do a very good job with that at all. But it's much improved over the last year and a half, I would say, when it comes to sun in the eye. Now remember, FSD is completely dependent upon the camera system. It's not got any sensors. So, you know, what the camera sees will determine how it performs. So it did a good job with that. We're going to pick it up here at this green light here. Again, we're going to get a sense of the distance between my vehicle and the car in front, even with that sun in the eyes. And it's keeping things nice and safe. All right. As you can see on the map, we are going to be turning right. Nice and smooth. There's that sun again. Let's see how it handles that right turn here with that car in front and the sun in our eyes. So far, it's been doing a great job. It's managing the speed well. Again, I have this in assertive mode, and there we go. Moves into the right lane. Good job with that. As you can see, those vehicles on the right, they've got an advanced left, so FSD should go. I don't have any traffic coming from the left. Determines those cars are not moving forward. And now check out this acceleration. Now this road is 60. Now look at the speed here. It's got me going to like 80 kilometers an hour, which is much too fast, I think, for a 60 road. Puts me into the left lane, which I'm okay with, because I'm gonna have to do a left turn up ahead. But as you can see, I'm going way too fast, and I'm feeling a little bit nervous about this because I've seen cops on this road before, and the only reason why I'm letting it continue as the speed is, you'll look on my display there, there's going to be a car coming in on the right lane, and it's coming in way faster than I am. So he's speeding. You can see he slams on the brakes a bit because there's a vehicle there on the right, and he doesn't know if that's a cop or not. He determines it's not a cop, and then he shoots off again. But again, I'm driving a little too fast here, and that's an issue here with the auto speed offset. And this is something that FSD or Tesla has addressed in version 12.5.6 of FSDs, where they've now put a programmable hard cap so that you're not blowing by these speed limits there. So that's definitely something that is needed here, because, you know, as good as FSD's been performing in these last couple of versions, the speed offset and its you know, relative, you know, fast speed there has been a little bit disconcerting. So you can see we moved into the left lane here. Nice smooth left turn. You can see it did a quick adjustment there. You see that truck that came in? That truck was driving in really fast. So FSD had to do a quick adjustment there. So it did a great job with that. Again, taking a look at the speed here. This road is 40. It came in there 50, which is maybe a little bit too fast. Now, considering again that we've got some winding roads here, it should slow down a little bit, and it is. But now, if it's staying at 46, I'm okay with that. But you can see it speeds up to 50 again, and we're going to be getting to some blinding situations here with the sun. So take a look at that. Now, I'm a little bit nervous. We're coming in pretty fast on these curves where it was 50. It dropped a little bit, but you can see here comes the sun. Here comes a vehicle. And this is probably the worst that the sun is. Now check it out. Like, I cannot see a thing right now. I'm going 52, and look what happens. FSD disengages because it was just way too difficult to see anything there. I had no ability to see anything in front of me, so FSD disengages, and that was the right thing. Like, the whole point is that you're supposed to be aware of your surroundings. You're supposed to be aware of the traffic in front of you, and if you cannot see anything, there's no way that FSD should be engaged there. So it did disengage, which was great. I quickly re-engaged it after, but that just gives you a sense that, you know, in the worst conditions, when it comes to light in your eye, FSD will disengage. So it did a good job with that. So now we're coming up to the end of this drive here. We're going to be doing one last turn here onto this road. Now, as you can see, this road is 40. Take a look at the speedometer. See how quickly it accelerates. And again, it's going up to 51, 52, 53, 54. Look at that. It's like 58. That's way too fast on this road. There's no sidewalks on the road. I walk on this road all the time. And it's going way too fast. I would have an issue with this. Now, if you look here, We got some vehicles there on the right, and FSD goes around it, but it was going way too fast. Now it slowed down to 39, which is okay, but it was coming in really hot, considering there's no sidewalk. And check out again, the sun in my eyes. So it really has to be a little bit more cautious there. And it looks like Tesla's listened to us, and again, they put that cap there on the auto speed offset, because it was just way too fast for these previous versions. So I look forward to testing that out in 12.5.6 whenever I get that. So that takes us to the end of this drive. So thanks for watching. Again, as you can see, FSD is very smooth, very capable. It does a great job overall. Again, my only issue is with that auto speed offset, which looks like it'll be addressed in this upcoming version. So I think overall it did a fantastic job. Feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Oops, look, there you go. There's the sun in my eyes again. But yeah, I really enjoy the feedback. Definitely been getting lots of comments on the videos lately, so I really appreciate that. If there's something you want to see, leave it below, and I'll respond to it. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Lots of more videos coming soon. You all drive safe, and I'll see you on the roads.